Good morning, everyone. It's Chris van der Kerk here at Bluerhino Safaris. Today I want to quickly go through my Botswana Deluxe for 2025. The tour has just been released, and if you go to the website, you'll find it on the website already. And if you click on it, one of these tiles, they all represent a tour. If you click on the tile, you will find the Botswana Deluxe main page that gives you the main features of the trip. Departure date has been set on 23 June 2025. That is Monday. The duration is 10 nights. It's exactly the same tour as it is in 2024. Camping accommodation and the price is exactly the same as it was in 2024 as well. So price is unchanged. That is for SADC people. We do have in Botswana these days, international people pay quite a bit more, and therefore there's an international price that is 18% more than the advertised price. Distance 1,300 k's. Children are allowed. I had the question recently, why do I not allow children on the trip? Well, children generally in tourism is referred to as under 12s, and under 12s not, but over 12s can. And it's because of the remoteness of some of the campsites. We have to think about safety and if they get sick, how far hospitals would be, and dealing with children is a little bit different when it comes to their health and safety rather than adults. So children welcome, above 12, no problem. If you want to bring your kids, it is just before the school holiday, as far as I know, so it might not actually be a thing. And then if you go down to the read more button and you click on that, it will take you through to the website where it will give you the itinerary and everything else. So let me firstly chat about the trip itself. I normally go in the winter. Obviously in the winter the vegetation is down a little bit, the water sources dry up, and as soon as those two things line up, the animals get back to the water areas. Your elephants and zebra will migrate back into the Moremi. Elephants come back down to the Zambezi River into the Moremi. So your main animals all move closer to the water sources. And that is the whole idea of this trip. The second thing is, I call it the deluxe trip because we are spending a lot of money to be in the parks all the time. And on this trip, it's almost a complete tour. We are in the park on a daily basis rather than sleeping outside and just going in for the day. That makes it a little bit more expensive, but you're a little bit closer to the action, and therefore your experience is different. So the time is winter. That's when I'm going. It's the end of June, and then the days are 10, so it's just that right length of time. It's not too short, it's not too long. And the places that we visit are really nice spots. So to start off with, we meet at Nata. It's not an easy day's drive from Joburg, but you can get to Nata from Johannesburg for those coming from the Gauteng region. Nice restaurant in the evening. If you don't want to do food, they have a nice restaurant. We meet there and we start our journey. The next day, it's a 3-hour drive up to Kasane. Kasane, new ShopRite, right there. We get our groceries sorted out, and we're there about lunchtime. So in the afternoon, when they have the sunset cruises, you can go out and do a sunset cruise, or you can just stay in camp, or you can do whatever you want to do some shopping, go around, have an Indian meal or a pizza or whatever in Kasane. The next day we take the river route all the way to Ngoma Gate. That river route is a well-known route. A third of that is driven every day by all the game viewers early in the morning, and everybody that is in Kasane is pretty much on that road in the morning. The boats are there looking at that area. So it's a very popular area. Large groups of buffalo, large groups of impala. Everything is out there. So a very nice day. We have coffee stop on the road, and then we have a lunch stop on the road. And we pretty much take the day. Early afternoon, about 2 or 3, we are out of the park, and then we make our way to a campsite for the evening. The campsite is just out of the park, but just before we go into the second part of the park. So the next morning we make our way down to Linyanti, and I've started sleeping at Lanyanti because the campsites are so great. It's on the water's edge. You have animals around the campsite all day long, elephants coming in and out, nice bird life. So we spend the afternoon basically, or we travel down in the day and we drive around during the day, do our game viewing. And then early afternoon, we get to camp, get ourselves set up, and get a gin and tonic or something, and just sit on the banks of the water and enjoy the sunset at Lanyanti. So Lanyanti is very much a campsite orientated experience. A nice early evening, no stress, a lot of fun. Then the next day, it's a short hop over to Savuti. And because it's a short hop, we cover the Savuti Plains and the different areas in the region around Savuti campsite. And ultimately, when we are done for the day, again, coffee stop, lunch stop, visit the rock art in the area. We'll see how far we can get and where all the activity is. But ultimately, we end up in Savuti campsite for the night. Well-known campsite. And the biggest elephants in the world is found in the Savuti area genetically. That is where they are. So yeah, lovely evening in Savuti. If you've never slept there, it's a really different experience than anywhere else. Then from Savuti, we make our way down to Mababe Gate to exit the Chobe Park. And to do this, we basically take the whole day. It's not that far, but we take the whole day to get out, and that means we can visit the further off places into the Savuti Marsh area. By Rhino Flay and the different water holes that they have there. And we basically do game viewing for the day, ultimately popping out at Mababe Gate, across the transit road, and popping into the Muremi Game Reserve, where we sleep at Kwai for 2 nights. So 2 nights at Kwai, and I've added this 1 night at Kwai because the game viewing that time of the year, the delta is starting to push up, and that river is producing a lot of nice game viewing experiences, little twists, curly roads down here, up there, lovely bird life. So it's one of the best places to do in the dry season is the Kwai area. So we're going to be there for 2 nights, and the day between the 2 nights we're just going to drive around, have coffee, have a bush lunch, and then come back to camp for the evening. Normally quite a bit of leopard activity, a lot of nice bird life in the area, so that's all good. Then once we are done with Kwai, we leave the next morning and we head up to Kakanaka. When we get there, we do a boat ride for 2 hours out on the water, have a look on the delta itself, just to give you that experience of what it is like on a boat on the water in the delta itself. And then once we finish there, we cross over 4th Bridge, we head to 3rd Bridge, and we are in camp for the night. So that area we will cover from the boat. We will cover that 3rd Bridge, 4th Bridge, Kakanaka area, Dead Fly Island, those areas on the route. So that's also game viewing day all the way to 3rd Bridge. Then we have 2 nights at 3rd Bridge, and for that I will drive down to Queenie. Queenie is a very nice area. This year in 23 we had a few cheetah there, we had leopard there, we had lions there, elephant, buffalo. We pretty much had everything. And at Kakanaka we had wild dog, and so a really good sighting that we had in 2023. So we had 3rd Bridge for 2 nights. We're going out for the day between the 2 nights, and then the next day we make our way out at Southgate, and then all the way through to Mon, where we sleep for our last night. So really nice trip. Good time of the year to go. Nice temperatures. It's not too hot. A little bit cool maybe in the evenings. Take a jacket. Otherwise, vegetation is down a little bit. The water is dried up. So the animals are starting to move back into the wetter areas in the Muremi itself and closer to the rivers. But it's not that dry yet that it starts getting uncomfortable with just the powdery dust all the time. So we have a very nice window that we're going in, sleeping in really nice campsites, sleeping at the activities where everything's happening every day, so we don't have to drive far every day to get into parks and do our thing. And a lovely trip. I really enjoyed it. That's why I'm leaving it exactly the same from 24 to 25, except for the one extra night at Kwai, because of the nice road that I found on this last trip. So yeah, if you want to join, don't delay. Space is limited. It's a trip that books out fairly quickly. So if you want to go, make sure to get your email through to me, book on the website, send me a WhatsApp or whatever you want to do. Just let me know that you want to book for that trip, and I'll send you the quote. Once you have the quote, you have your provisional booking, and then if you pay your deposit, that secures your booking for the trip itself. Other than that, any questions, you're welcome to ask me. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next trip. Stay safe. Cheers.